coming into the position, I want to genuinely work with both departments, but I also have to do my job, right? So if there's allegations of corruption, especially between agencies, I need to look into it. If I don't, then I shouldn't have this job to begin with. That's kind of how I view it.
Sure.
But, you know, that doesn't mean I can't work with you guys like we did with Bjorn or whatever, right? And,
yeah, interdepartmental cooperation.
Yes. The thing is, over, I'd say the last like 6 weeks, even before I went to the Marshals, sort of the ongoing trend that I can sort of, in my mind, this is my opinion, right? And, is that it's just been shitlording, right? Even when things matter. Going back to the court case, that was Ruby's, what was believed to be BCSOs, and the allowance for Carmine to go up there and turn it into a shit show. That peeved me off. The airfield incident peeved me off. The Bjorn incident peeved me off, because especially the Bjorn one, because instead of us being able to handle things the way they were, they should have. We were made to look like the bad guys and him the hero for something that he did to Barrett.
Right.
So after having gotten stabbed by the Faceless, I've been on some no bullshit, right? You know, lock it in, whatever. I'm immediately met with this situation over the aircrafts and whatever. You know, people can have their opinions, right? But if you're going to cry about it and then demand things that are outside of your, you know, purview, especially how I run SASM, it's game over. So I made the decision yesterday, both on two part. One is a proposal I gave to Frost, which is understandably half my marshals, they don't have the training.
Sorry?
Some are new, some have been around. They don't have the cultural understanding that they need to in order to operate. And the second is I'm going to need more. I cannot just keep this equipment to myself. I need other people sniper trained. I need other people APC trained. I need other people to be able to operate these military equipment when the time is right. Whether it's like the Faceless or whether, I don't know, the the Eastern Front attacks again.
Yeah.
I would like for us to do a joint academy where I give a equal part in the assistance of it. Myself, Ruth, you know, I'm going to drag McQuillan over there, whether it's shift 1 or shift 2. Whenever you guys, you know, plan it next. And, you know, you bring 5 trainers, I bring 5 trainers. Now, I recognize in the short term, we may not be bringing a lot of value, right? You probably have more trainers than we do. However, in the long term, I see that sort of as a benefit, not just due to cross-pollination, but, you know, eventually these guys will be able to assist as well. And sort of as a parlay, you know, to kind of sweeten the deal, outside of the just my general desire to, you know, make the SASM BCSO tie stronger. I want BCSO to lead up all local certification of all our special equipment. So
really?
Yes. Now that there will still be like a SASM lead, right? Just because it's mandated, right?
Yeah.
So I need someone to be like, you know, so-and-so, like, what the fuck was that sniper for? He can chat with the special cert on the BCSO end, and, you know, they can get it sorted out. So it kind of becomes like very cross-pollination.
You know, Fred's gonna lose his actual fucking goddamn mind over literally everything you just said to me, right?
Oh, I know. And there's a part of me that's being petty, but there's the other genuine, just like serious side of me is like, these people cannot be trusted. Now, the exception that I am going to be providing is going to be to Ruby York and her direct folks. Like, for example, because they go into shift 2. Because shift 2, there's less of an issue there. So,
yeah, they got like Oxby and
yeah, and
I think.
And they can be shitters sometimes, but they're like shitters in the moment. And I think they're shitters as a consequence of their own environment. Example, Ruby getting thrown under the bus, in my opinion, for Bill Mays, which is my read of the entire situation.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, I went to a follow-up meeting on that, and that's basically kind of how it went. They fired his ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they tell you about that?
I did learn that he got fired, but based on everything that I've seen, and like I've been around the block for a minute, I think push came to shove where it was like, we have to do this because otherwise we're fucked. Because I'm gonna tell you, I don't think he was the only one in that decision making. You know what I mean? And
well, yeah, no, I agree. It just sounded to me like everyone was just trying to push the blame onto Bill, because Ruby definitely fucked up by redacting that document. I'm gonna be honest with you, Brian. I'm pretty sure that like Maxwell has brain worms. Like from the way those conversations went, like she just straight up wasn't even listening when Bill admitted to like covering up the incident in the interview, and she even said as much to me. And she started defending him at some point, and then got into like a spat with Ruby about it. I actually think she's just like genuinely got a worm wriggling around in her head, eating away at her brain cells.
I don't know what the fuck happened. It's insane. This ain't the first time either. Like the first joint op I did with both departments where I got a lead for both, etc., etc. It turned into drama because I didn't pick her. I picked Oxby due to the time zone it was in. And
I remember that.
It was Oxby's
the observatory, and then like away in a huff.
I had told Oxby like 10 minutes prior, who texted me, oh, is it time for her to come? And I'm like, oh, we'll bring everyone else afterwards. And so on his own accord, he told her when she arrived, because maybe he forgot, It's like, oh, Knight doesn't want you here. And it turned into, why didn't Knight want me here? And then Pred told her that I hate her. And she's been running with that. So I'm like, I ain't got time for this shit, bro.
She's easy to wind up. Yeah, so, that's cooked.
Yeah. So.
Well, listen. I think training is amazing. That we have a lot of really talented people in the BCSO that would love nothing more than to engage in this new academic. Oh.
I think you should be good now. I think it was just something in the air.
Am I good now?
Yep, you're good.
Oh, I can't hear you, Brian. Can you pull over and I'll like run away and run back?
Yep.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, easy. Sorry, I didn't hear when we got to the movie studio. Yeah, anything that was said from there on.
I was just saying how I feel like a joint training exercise would be really, really beneficial.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of talented people in the BCSO that would love nothing more than to help, and I think honestly it'd be really great to strengthen the relationships between the two departments.
Yes.
I don't understand why Pred is so resistant to working with the marshals. Oh, I do understand why, but like I just don't get it from like an organizational perspective.
There's been too many consistent like one-way conversations that I'm too unbothered by someone that may not have that position in the next month, because like it's and I don't say this like in a fuck Pred way. I quite literally wanted him as chief, but he's been pissing off way too many people, and that goes all the way to the the mayor's office. So
I'm sure it does.
Like I mean, he was fucking pissed about
the mayor hasn't really done anything, has he, Brian?
I'm a bit torn. Now, mind you, I haven't worked with a lot of mayors. I think Dawn is amazing, right? But I also think she's like a rare commodity.
Yeah.
Danger, what I will say is that he does hear people out, and he's been good to me. He's been shockingly approachable when it comes to having laws changed against criminals, which I wasn't expecting. So maybe that's kind of like a, I was expecting worse and I got better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think his biggest challenge has been the amount he was giving out, mostly based on the previous mayor. But he himself opened himself up alongside Blaine County Mayor's office to meet the marshals to talk about effectively what will be the IRS. And the fact that he's so supportive of it was shocking. So I don't know.
I've had mixed experiences with him, but I'm glad that you're having some good ones.
It's I wouldn't say he's perfect, but like in a world where there's few choices, it's good knowing there's someone that will at least listen, at least act if he thinks it's something that needs to be done. You know what I mean? But
sure.
I also look at the people that ran against him, and I'm like, Quintum Quantum would have been a nightmare.
Why is that?
Wait, Quintum?
Yeah, why would he be a nightmare? I don't really know the guy very well.
Because 1 week he might be on his emo arc and might do something psycho.
Sure.
Like really bad type shit. Yeah.
Like criminal bad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But mixed with like, oops. Like, you know when Britney Spears did an oops? Like that kind of Britney. Well, okay, but not like that crazy, actually. Like not, she needs to be, you know.
Like institutionalized?
Yeah, like not, I wouldn't say institutionalized. Maybe that's but more like, you know, just the shaving the hair off bit. Like Quantum wouldn't surprise me if 1 week he decided to like rip all the money out of the state and give it to somebody. And then,
I mean, shit, seems like that's already been done.
I think we're going to repossess over 100 mil.
That's good. I feel like that's a really good start.
And Bruce was only the beginning. I'll put it that way.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. It's
I was going through this spreadsheet of grants that have been given out, and it just kind of blows my mind that we've given this fucking guy $50 million to host a fight club.
So
there's no way it costs $50 million to host a fight club.
No, I think there is the way that we've been approaching it is kind of twofold. One is the amount of money that was issued, but also in conjunction with the receipting, in conjunction with any evidence of criminality, right? So Bruce stood out real bad because he was asking for egregious shit. Like, I need a $2.5 million plane to host parties. Right?
Yeah, that is pretty insane.
Like, that made it really easy. Like, Bruce was the dumbest scammer, right? He kind of paved the path for us to open up subpoenas and such. So something like the Fight Club, these guys are also gangbangers, right? So now, I forgot what the phrase is. It's when you put mixed legal and illegal money.
Money laundering?
No, not laundering. It's shit. The phrase is escaping me, but it's kind of the notion of like, let's say you're making $1 million a month, and we also know you're making another 100,000 on the side, because we're seeing that those finances are intermingling. We can kind of claim the entire thing is probably poisoned, right?
Yeah, I got you. It like
but
infects the money supply in a way.
Exactly, and this is specifically the case if there isn't like appropriate, receipting,
itemization and receipting. Yeah,
exactly, and that's our most powerful tool right now. Is whoever that damn senator was put in a bunch of clauses that no one seemingly saw, but I'm taking advantage of them now.
Yeah, no one ever seems to read the laws, do they?
Because every single dime can be clawed back and is open to auditing.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm very happy to hear that.
So now, so it'll be interesting to see where all that goes. But
I really think that this is important work because the damage that has been done to the state cannot be overstated. You know, the last few mayors, ever since Nino left, have been basically just shooting money out like it's a fucking, like they got a money printer. And it has gotten to the point where $1 million is basically like enough to get you a pack of cigarettes or some shit. You know?
You're not wrong. I mean, whether it's the properties, whether it's like everyone's got a supercar, everyone's got. I will say this in a way. Some of this has been kind of. There's been a lot of. Sometimes a failed experiment is a great opportunity to like, you know, come up with new toolings. And so
I guess so, but
like,
in the same breath, I think anyone with a brain could see that giving people free money with no pushbacks would inflate the hell out of our currency.
Oh,
that's
yes,
kind of just economy 101. I mean, you know,
I 100% agree with you. I meant more like in terms of like, you know, if there was ever a collapse, I could imagine, you know, marshals having some clearer tools like, you know, property. Zoning being requirements. Now, these are directions we're actually pushing both mayors, and surprisingly, they're kind of been on board. Like, and
you know how hard it's been for me to convince the mayors that they can do like zoning laws and shit. Honestly, Brian, it really drives me fucking crazy. Every single time we get new mayors, and I always pull them aside, and I'm like, hey, listen, you guys have so much power. You really do. You can literally write state laws if you just come together with your you know, your fellow mayor and you just, you know, put a little bit of work into it.
True.
There's so many cool things that you could do if you just wanted to make that happen. But I guess they're just not interesting or cool, so no one ever wants to do it. But I mean, like, there's so many really actually impactful things that could still be done that they just are not doing.
I feel like one of the benefits that we've had was Bruce Baylor. And I say this in that when those announcements went out for who won, it set off a shitstorm with everyone. So prior to that, there may have been some, let's say, reprehension from like, well, if I do this, I might not get reelected, or people might impeach me. But with the amount of people that are so utterly pissed about properties and seeing 16 million, 12 million wins, it now has opened the door to like people want these businesses audited, right? Maybe not them, but these big players. And what that's going to allow us in a way is to push the hand of legislation and them making those choices. And so it may not fix it all, but I think it does speak volumes for, you know, if a nuke ever drops in the next year or so, like, how regulation could be looked differently, like
yeah, absolutely.
You know,
I definitely think we should use this moment to pressure the mayor's offices a little bit into actually making some legislation surrounding properties and their usage.
100%, 1000%.
What that looks like, I don't specifically have an idea in mind, but there does need to be some more regulations around the market, I think.
The thing we've been spitballing, I know Dawn's office is very interested in this, and it seems like Peggy from Charles's office is interested in it, but maybe not as enthusiastic, but you know, they're seemingly on board so far. Is that, let's say we seize these properties from Bruce, that any future property may require acceptance of the following conditions. Number one, a business license. Number two, said business license must attach to what their business proposal is. And every business is open to like Aegis level auditing, like Aegis from back in the day.
Yeah,
so
I remember Aegis.
You need to be able to show a proof of operation, right? If you say that you're a bakery, well, you better have sales. Otherwise, one of two things are happening. One is you're a failed business, and or number two, you're actually operating and people can walk in and ensure that your little shop is actually functioning. And
I got you.
But we'll see where the needle ends up landing. So anyways.
All right. Well, as far as the joint training stuff, did you have any idea in mind for like when you wanted that done?
We're pretty much open to whenever. We were gonna see when y'all were looking to do it next, and then try to, jump on board with that.
Okay. So how many people do you have that you want to train up?
I'd say about 6. It's a decent amount of folks, but we'd want to be able to facilitate our marshals to handle them. I'm good with like intermixing, right? But mix and matching, marshals and BCSO, but we want to make sure we're bringing enough marshals to it. It's going to be strenuous for us on this, this first couple, but we're going to bite the bullet.
Okay. I'm trying to think because like 6 people is basically a full academy. So maybe we could just do it with them.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you guys are willing to help facilitate that, I'd be super down. And I'd pay every FTO bonuses, from SASM. So
yeah, we typically do like 4 to 6 cadets at a time. We don't do more than that because the smaller the classes, the easier it is to manage everyone. So are these people like no experience as being cops at all?
No, they've got experience. Like Chapman used to be a cop at the start of he was with Ruth and Aldo and Turner. And then Anna is, she has she has a decent amount of experience. Her sister, Maya is in the BCSO.
Okay.
So,
Maya Peanuts?
That's her sister, Anna Peanuts.
Oh, okay. Anna Peanuts.
And then McAllister, for example, needs academy. He's probably going to get pissy about that, but don't give a fuck.
It's the blue-haired Marcel, right?
Yes.
Blue-haired broccoli cut zoomer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That guy should go to an academy.
Coyote, I think, should be fine. So it's most of them. So I should name the ones that aren't. So Cole doesn't have experience. As doesn't this other guy from South Africa. I forgot what his name is. It's and I say that because half his interview video was about South Africa.
Okay. All right. Well.
But I feel like he's pretty decent. I would put. Well. Yeah, I'll put it this way. These aren't. They've read a lot of stories about San Andreas, so
sure.
They'll be and they're quite intelligent.
So is the purpose of this training just to get them up to speed with the standards of patrol and the standards of local law enforcement?
That's exactly it. And I want them to know that they are rookies and they will get trained as rookies, right?
Okay. That's actually another question. How do you want us to be treating your marshals? Like, obviously, I'm going to treat them with respect, but like, when someone says they're a rookie, to me, that says I'm going to treat them like a cadet. As in like, I'll give them their respect as like a person, but I'm not necessarily going to like defer to any and everything that they say.
I am glad you brought that up. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and so rookies are cadets. Rookies are cadets that have past experience. Recruits like Cole and Wayne have no experience.
Okay.
The recruits, I'd say, I would look at them like cadets. The rookies, I would look at them like officers, right?
Okay.
But in terms of like, patrol stuff, like, they should be, what I think I'm going to do?
What's that?
I'm going to have a chat with the other marshals. I am open to the idea of y'all being able to do cross discipline onto my marshals. So,
Okay. I mean, if they're out in the field patrolling, I mean, I don't have an issue with that personally. But if they're out in the field patrolling, I feel like there needs to be some level of chain of commands being called, because a lot of these guys don't have like that field patrol experience, and they should defer to those who do.
I think I actually like where this is going, because they need to know that. Like, typically the way that I've spitballed it is my marshals are command, like the full marshals. Yeah. And that's why I kind of like called in a different, like, you know, I just kind of switched it. I got rid of field marshals, at least for now, until we need it. Until my vision is there, right? And then get field marshals that are employing it. But I think I'm gonna cook on something and propose it y'all's way so that BCSO command can have authority over on patrol situations, like non-state level patrol situations, let's say, on field matters, and that maybe that even includes state matters as well. You know, because that kind of makes sense, and I think it's healthy for my marshals to get more more understanding of chain.
Yeah, I also feel like it would be a lot more easy for them to take over specific calls when they have that familiarity, right? And that respect for rank. Because like they'll, you know, like when it's a typical Metron call or whatever and they're assisting it, I mean, I don't know if that's your plan or intention, but if they were, then it's whatever, right? They do what they do. But all of a sudden, if it starts connecting to like a faceless investigation or something that they're working on, they're familiar enough with the people, they're familiar enough with the terminology and the way to actually like smoothly absorb the situation. You know what I mean?
100%.
And I think that'd be quite beneficial actually for everyone.
And I agree. And it's sort of why I made the full marshals the only ones who can do so. So I know there's been some incidents, and I've already started talking to McAllister about it, is that deputy marshals should under no condition, like, unless it's like life or death, like, yo, we know there's an investigation with a fucking bomb underneath and I gotta assume control. Only marshals should ever be making that. They're the only ones I trust to have the... It should only be like Ruth or Blunt, right? Right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So outside of that, like, I would want them assuming judgment, right? Like, the deputy could be able, like McAllister should not be calling out APCs. Like,
yeah, I got
he already got reamed out for that.
Wait, he did that?
Yeah, some of the old guard is still learning about the culture, right? But also the culture I'm imploring into them because of intimate conversations with the state and otherwise, right? So I think he's still doing some gunnerisms, let's call it.
Yeah, those can be dangerous. You know, that guy was always getting up to some fucking nonsense.
Yep. So, but he is open to learning. So, okay. I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna talk to Ruth about this today. So I'll have something on paper, right? And I'll send it y'all's way. And please give me the feedback if you don't like something. Like, let me know. My interest is having our departments work together, like that benefits both, you know?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, we're more than happy to help. You know, Brian, I'm gonna be honest with you. I find myself like wishing that I was able to be doing the marshals with the local law enforcement being so compliant as they are now. I kind of how do I even say this? Because I don't know how to like delicately put things. What's the words I'm looking for here? The marshal sounds like a great place to be right now. Is what I'm really trying to say.
Hey,
you're doing a great job.
You set the foundation for it there, Angel. You know, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'm just I'm very happy to see things going the way that they are, and I'm very happy to be on this side helping make things go as smoothly as I can. The reason I'm saying this is the other day I was thinking about how it would be cool to be a marshal again. And I realized that I actually have more to offer in BCSO high commands than in the marshals. Because I make it a lot easier for the work that is being done to happen, essentially.
You're not wrong. I mean, I think if you and Frost were not in the position, you with all the insight for what things are supposed to be, and then, you know, it would have been marshals on an island just constantly berated and prevented from doing their job, right?
Yeah.
And
that's not good for anybody.
Yes.
You know, I really see the marshals turning into the troopers in the future.
Well, you know, we'll see what the you know, the future might hold.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. But you know, like I said before, I'm more than happy to continue doing the work that we're doing now. I'll help with this joint training. Seems like a great endeavor for us to take in.
Yeah.
Let me see if Declan is interested in running the academy. If he's not, I might even personally do it.
Oh my God.
Or reach out to some other people. And
that would be sick.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah. One thing I will be doing is I've already started setting up the SASM portal, and the portal is going to start having mini videos on things.
That'd be good.
Once it's sort of in a spot, I can open up that stuff for BCSO as well.
What kind of videos are we talking about?
Everything, you know, like zoom in on a pit, articulation of RS, articulation on PC, like things that you may learn in Academy or in an FDO session, but think of it as like, you know, extra tool to like pull up a 30-second video, right? Here's a quiz.
Like great.
Yeah. So, all right.
Well, can you take a pill? I think your voice is gonna.
Oh. I'm so glad Angel's supportive of this, because I know there's a need for it. I'm here to police. I need backing, and that's huge. Yeah, I want it as a tool because it's something that I know I would benefit on, so why not make it for people that want it, right?
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, it's like little videos on like, you know, think of it like as like one of those like online courses where they got like, you know, here's what a pit looks like, and it's got different angles and how it looks, or like here's reasonable suspicion, here's the application of it. And so
I see. Okay,
you know,
that sounds like a really helpful learning resource.
Yeah, because you know, we have a lot of documentation, which is good, but I know some people are visual learners, and it can sort of serve as a well, even if you didn't get the training, you can just look at this thing, right? And I want to tie it to like randomly generated quizzes and you know
what, Brian, that actually sounds like it could be like a good standard for all of the LEOs, because when I really think about our training department, it is kind of antiquated. We still wanted the model that I created with Toretti back in the day, where we just sit everyone down with a PowerPoint, we go over fucking like, you know, 20 slides, and then we do like practical training, and we just talk and talk and talk. It's really draining, and it's hard on the FTOs, and it's hard on the cadets. Maybe it's time to start modernizing our training.
1000%. It like removes so much like redundancy, you know?
Huh. That's actually something to think about.
Yeah.
That could be really good to work on.
I think it, yeah.
All
Plus,
right,
they could look funny and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they could be like, you know, old 50s videos, this, that, and the third. But, you know.
It could be good.
Hell yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go and find some people that might be interested in doing some of this joint training. How soon do you want this to be done by?
I can let you know by probably end of day. I'm going to work on a document with Ruth right after this. So
okay. All right. Well, I'll go and find people that'd be interested in helping out.
Okay.
And I'll let you know as well.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
All
Thank you again, Brian.
I appreciate it.
All right, you take care now.
You too.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing, Snow?
I'm good, thank you, sir. How are you?
The hell did you get? A 1v1 text? What is that about?
I got a text message from Albert King saying, wake up, we need to do a 1v1.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a 1v1 against some dumbass from the LSPD, Brian. It just isn't.
You don't need to. Look, I'm just kind
not gonna
of
waste my
stringing
time.
the guy along. He's a young kid. He wants to be able to operate some of our military equipment. Problem is, he's surrounded by a bunch of dumb fucks that keep causing drama and crying about things, and unfortunately, he's caught in the middle. So,
I don't know, Brian.